So it turns out we all want to retire more comfortably. We want to have lots of money when we retire so we can travel, eat at fancy places, play golf, go shopping, take care of our kids, and of course, our kids' kids. So how do we do that? Well, we go to work and we earn money. And typically, a percentage of what we earn gets paid automatically into our super. Now, most of us put it into the default fund chosen by our employer. And some of us will choose the fund ourselves. Most of our super is in some sort of balanced fund. And we expect that when we retire, the fund will have enough in it to allow us to do the things that we want to do in retirement. All sounds pretty good? Well, actually it's not. The ABS has reported that within 4 years of retiring, over 45% of people will need to go back on the pension. And after 5 to 9 years, that number increases to 63%. It turns out that 92% of Aussies will retire on less than $46,000 a year. That's right, $46,000 a year. Is that going to be you? Could you live comfortably on that? Do you think that you could achieve your retirement dreams on that kind of money? So how did this happen? Well, it turns out that the traditional superannuation path that we're all on is the wrong one. It turns out that when we don't start thinking about it early enough, we don't put enough money in, and most importantly, our super money doesn't work hard enough. Over the last 5 years, the typical balanced fund, where most of our super money goes, has underperformed, which means our money isn't working hard enough. So how do we fix it? Well, instinctively, many Aussies turn to property when they think about retirement planning. The number one reason the majority of Australian investors buy a property is to fund their retirement. But what has that got to do with super, you ask? Well, it turns out that in 2007, some laws changed, allowing us to borrow money to invest in property inside our super. And the best part of it is that when we sell the property, it's tax-free in retirement. That's right, tax-free. And if we sell it before we retire, we pay much less tax on our profit. Can that be right? We buy property as an investment and sell it when we retire and pay zero tax? That's exactly what we can do. How do we do that? Well, it starts by setting up our own super fund, which turns out is relatively easy. That super fund is called a self-managed super fund, or an SMSF. We then put the super money we currently have, plus future super contributions into our SMSF, instead of the fund we're currently contributing to. The process is that simple, but there are lots of little details you need to know, which a good advisor can help you with. You can be the only individual in your SMSF, or there can be up to 6 members. It can be you and your partner, your parents, siblings, friends, or whoever you see fit. That's really helpful when you don't quite have enough super yourself. The structure is really important, so make sure you have the right people in your corner. The other really important factor is the property itself. There's no point setting up this great new structure only to find out that the property you bought was a dud, or it was in the wrong market, or you bought it in the wrong part of the cycle. BlueWealth Property can help you with that part. Setting up an SMSF and finding the right property to invest in will help you to get on the right path to retiring richer. So get onto it today, because every day will make a big difference to your future.